this is my best superhero pose. Okay, so for 6th grade today, our next art lesson, week 2, we are going to superhero ourselves. Please come down to the paper with me and let's see how we can get started. Okay, week 2, 6th grade. We are going to superhero ourselves. I didn't put my microphone on, so I bet you couldn't hear me. How's that? My superhero powers this year are teaching online at the same time as I'm teaching in person. I don't know how I'm doing so far, but we're going to do our best. So, okay, let's superhero ourselves. Oh, you don't necessarily have to be a superhero to superhero yourself. So the first thing I want you to do, make a list on the side of your paper. I want you to give me 3 things that you are good at. Go. Can you come up with anything? For me, I'm an artist. I'm creative. So I'm going to write, I'm good at creativity. Or let's just write, I'm good at creating stuff. Whoops. I-N-G. Creating stuff. I make stuff. Let's erase that. That looks terrible. I'm good at cooking. At least I think so. And most of the time I'm moderately organized. So let's write organizing. I-N-G. Okay. Take your 3 items. Figure out how you can turn those 3 items into a superpower. So maybe I'm a super organizer. I make the most creative meals ever made in the history of ever. And I package them up. I don't know. Something to do with organizing. I'm not sure. But anyhow, let's turn our superhero traits into our superhero. If you remember 5th grade last year, we drew cartoons. We're going to cartoon ourselves. I'm going to switch to a marker so that you can see me because this paper does not really show up. The pencil does not really show up well on this piece of paper that I've got in front of me. First, let's draw a face. The goal is to have your whole body on this piece of paper, head to toe. We want to have your entire superhero character complete and organized. Start thinking now about things like your superhero logo and what your superhero costume is going to look like. And are you going to have a cape? Are you going to have a mask? Are you going to, well, we all have to wear masks, but let's think about it as a superhero mask. All those fun things. Maybe you're going to wear some big gloves or you have to wear boots because you're really fast. Any of those traits that you've got. I'm going to start drawing my face. And if you remember from last year, we're going to start with kind of a letter U. I have some ears. I'm going to tuck my hair behind my ear on both sides. And then I'm going to draw the outline of my hair. Let's make it waving in the breeze because I am oh so fast. So we'll tuck this behind here, and then my hair is off there waving in the breeze. Does it look like it's waving? Next, we're going to draw some eyes. I don't necessarily want to have a mask that covers my eyes, but I do plan on drawing a mask that covers my mouth. So I'm going to draw my eyes in a connected format. With cartooning, you want to exaggerate your features. It makes it a little more interesting. So I'm going to add really big eyes. Let's add some really long eyelashes. Don't forget your eyebrows because people look weird without them. I'm going to have just the tip of my nose showing, and then, of course, our fantastic and necessary masks for this year. So there's my superhero mask. Let's draw. There we go. We're going to make a mask that says art. Art. And let's draw the rest of me. Now, last year we used our pencils to plot out the bones to help us figure out where to put the different joints of your body. So if that is something that you're going to do this year, feel free, draw it in with your pencil. It's easier to erase and make changes if you got it going on with a pencil. Please don't feel like you have to have your person just standing here. Your person can absolutely be doing a superhero pose. Your person can be holding their superhero items. Here I'm drawing elbows and wrists, and I'm going to have my arms on my hips just like I was doing in the intro to this video. Now let's start planning out the costume. Oh, this is going to be the fun part. Let's have a nice colorful collar. Coming around this way for an arm. Let's go down the collarbone. Elbow, wrist, back up. down to your waist. Let's have legs. Whoops, I traced right on top of that instead of going around it. Not a problem. Feet, I'm going to have to make them small because they didn't fit on the paper. And my hands, I'm going to put in like a fist on my side so I can really just kind of draw the thumb that way. There we go, there's my hands. Remember, cartoons don't necessarily need to have the same number of fingers as they do in real life, but you do, of course, want to make sure that you have some fingers and not just one, because that's inappropriate. Next, we're going to do my superhero logo. Hey, I need a big logo on my outfit. Let's draw another. How about a paintbrush? No. How about a paint palette? That works. A paint palette is one of those big things that the artists have where you put your thumb through the middle and then you have your little blobs of paint. Think Bob Ross, he's always carrying a paint palette in his hand. All right, then I believe in our case we could use a cape because my superhero isn't actually able to go anywhere. So we got a nice billowy cape. I think the cape should probably billow in the same direction as my hair. Oops. That's the one disadvantage to using a marker. I can't fix my mistakes. I'm not going to use this part. My cape needs to be billowing out in the same direction as my hair. Otherwise, the laws of physics and weather are not applying. All right, here we got my superhero. Now, if this is your sketch paper and you have a secondary sheet of paper that you want to copy this onto, great. What we do here is we use a light box. We used a light box last year in the middle school or in the elementary school also. If I don't have a light box, I can take another white piece of paper and I can hold this right up to a window and it should shine through for you. Let's see if I can use my flashlight on my phone to show you how that will shine through. If I take this right here, you can see. Can you see? Ooh, there we go. We can kind of see the letters shining through. Hold it up to your window and retrace it so you can get rid of all your oopsie lines, especially that flowing cape that I messed up on. All right, I'm going to transfer it over to the white paper and we'll see you in just a second. So for this assignment, a background is not necessary. We do want to have something going on back there because a blank piece of paper is not very interesting. But you don't necessarily need to do a scene. You don't have to have the city or a super villain trying to attack you or, whatever kind of thing you want. If you want to go ahead and draw the city that you're protecting, if you want to go ahead and draw the place that you live or the car that you drive as a superhero, great, go for it. Go for it. Not a big deal. If you want to keep the background just simple and just to get some color back there, what I suggest that you do is draw a straight line. So let's use the edge of our yellow paper, edge of our practice sketch paper here. And I'm going to draw a line straight across behind my character. And that's going to give me a place to divide up the background. Don't forget there isn't going to be a line in here because that's my waving cape. Can you see my waving cape going on here? And then I can color the background areas just with solid colors. We don't have to worry about it. Feel free to color it however you like. Here in the middle school, we're going to use some paint, but you can use whatever you like to color it in. We'll come back after we've got it colored. All right. Hey, thanks, guys. Can't wait to see what you've come up with. Don't forget, when you finish something, you have to make sure that you upload it in Google Classroom so I can give you a grade and check out what you've been working on. Oh, here's another thing. What if you don't want to be a superhero? What if you want to change yourself and be a super villain? That you can do too. Hope to see you soon. Bye.